ground tomatoes and other things. The grinding machine cut through the pan was leaking. So on my way coming back from work, I saw the woman battling with the thing. People were passing. I was the only one that had to help my woman to finish that fire. Even in the process, people were passing us. They don't even care to know what was going on. So you see that in this our society where we are living, we don't really value life. If we value life, how can people be videoing without making call, without making effort to help people that are in danger? So you can see, I think there are reasons why some don't want to help, but that cannot justify why we shouldn't help.
All right.
So please, we should learn. We should learn that safety is part of life. In this part of the world, we don't value, safety is not part of our culture, which we have to do.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Ken. Hi, Godfrey.
Hello, hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Okay, please, I want to put contribution to this topic.
All right. Go on.
The problem is that this generation of we find ourselves now is very, very, very wicked. They take solace, they are happy when they see their fellow human being suffering. Especially, I don't understand why they are happy seeing human beings in pain. See this question of empathy you are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
See, I had one bad experience yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Because I was working in a company, just for myself as an example. For the past few years, I lost that job. I wasn't myself any longer.
Oh, my.
I traveled to village yesterday, and a cousin of mine that has not seen me for years saw me. And I was this dried up. Because in fact, if you used to know Godfrey before, if you see me now, you will know him. He was shouting, he was so happy, he was glad. So you are like this. I heard that you are suffering. You see, that is life. Now, I've been in Dubai, I'm enjoying myself, they look at you. My cousin, my own family person, my sister, you see this generation. In fact, the present Nigerian situation, I don't know whether it is the government that is pushing us into this type of lifestyle. You see somebody under robbery attack, instead of you to put up a call to the security agency for possible rescue or whatever, you don't do anything, you keep videoing. You are happy, you are celebrating. I don't know, my sister. It's really unfortunate. I don't know whether the churches are no more there. The preachers we go to church every day to listen to, it is not making any impact on us.
Oh, well, sorry that you had to experience that. I found it hard to believe, really. Because I'm sure that the person he's referring to is not a child. Why are you making mockery of someone? Hi, Mufasa. Are you there?
Yeah, hi, Constance. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go on.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I feel we've completely lost our humanity, honestly speaking, because like what the last caller rightly said, even if you can't help, why not call for help instead of videoing a very, very, for me, an unfortunate, scenario happening to your colleague. Like you said, it's not just what happened to students yesterday in RSU. Okay? There was one video I saw on the internet. I think the accident happened somewhere along the Enugu-Aba Express or Jeraba. I don't know if I'm mistaken. You could see people lying lifeless on the ground. And people were driving past, people were videoing. And these are people who, so most of them, were still alive. What they just needed was just a helping hand to move them quickly to the hospital. But because of this craving to create content on the internet, perhaps I think internet has done more good than harm to the society, because most of these people doing this thing, they just want to post it on the internet and get huge followership. And that is the
You meant to say the internet has caused more harm than good?
Yes, my sister. After doing this video, it is that bad, my sister. So I think We have only for
All right, you too. Thank you very much, Mufasa. Hi, Melody.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah. Okay.
You see, this thing that you're talking about, I want to speak English. This particular incident, if you check out most of the issues, the people that mostly do this are girls. And it's very wrong. They just don't want to do anything for themselves. You see a girl, somebody have an accident, instead of calling emergency work or you want to help, you'll be videoing the person, and the person is dying. I don't know this kind of iPhone and BlackBerry, the thing is giving us many issues. People just want to make videos so that other people will see, and not even on this robbery thing. Sometimes you go online, you see girls, they are dating, they start doing themselves and send. It's wrong. It's appalling. It's disgrace. So people should try to bring up this topic so that people will contribute to it, and some of them will see reasons to stop the rubbish. It's wrong. If you have a robbery incident, instead of calling the police, okay, from that video, can they get the suspects? No.
All right, thank you very much, Melody. So Melody says it's mostly girls. Too bad this is not Cool FM, where we have more of the young people. Would have had to ask them to call in and let us know if they make more videos, the young girls, find out from them. Okay, I'm seeing a name, Court. Is that really your name? Court from Choba. Hello?
Yeah, good day.
Yeah, you're welcome, please. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Court.
Like Court, Court.
Yes.
Not Harcourt, but Court.
Court, yes. Court, as it's spelling.
Interesting. All right, please go on, Mr. Court.
Yeah, as for me, I do not blame anybody who is recording by video race, because fear of unknown can make you to do that. Those people we are with court market. If you go, sometimes maybe a victim. Then the majority of the people who are condemning it will be people asking you, why do you go? When you see they were armed. Then about calling security agencies, many of Nigeria have believed that whether it's called, it did not call, they will respond. That's why the situation becomes like that. If not, what it takes to call is a minor thing. But going there when you see they are with arms, even those people that are calling, majority of them will not do that. It's a risky. How many of you can take that risky, being your brother's keeper and lost your life? That is the thing you have to reason. Videoing is another way of, tracking those people if we are in a client that we will have a lot of, things that are happening now. You can video, and through that video, you discover somebody that is known. It can be that or that school that do that. But through video, somebody can identify. So I do not blame them for any reason.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Court. Okay, yeah, well, of course, I used that particular incident at RSU as an example, but that's not the only example I came up with. I give another example. But let's leave something extreme and talk about something less extreme. I can't take any more calls right now. I'll be reading messages after this. Oh, there's commercial break at 12. But hey, we still got time. I'll take messages, all right? But so here's another situation I saw, all right? So this guy is at the bus stop. He's physically challenged using what are those things called? Clutches, right? And so he's asking the driver, I'm going to so place. Driver says it's this amount. And he says, in fact, he came really close. Usually you find those people who are begging. They come to beg passengers. They're not begging the drivers. So this young man goes close to the driver and say, Baba, I beg, help me. I know who money. And the driver goes, I beg. I just they come out. I never make any money today. And I'm like, ooh, okay. How much is this journey again? I think it's 150 naira 100 naira journey. It's not up to 150 naira. 100 naira journey. And I'm like, okay, let him enter. And so the young man enters, and a jolly good fellow. Really. And so he starts teasing the driver. The driver, just for whatever reason, wasn't having it. Got really angry. Over nothing. And says, come down from my car. It be like say, it your body, just come down. And the young man was still laughing and, just trying to make small talks and jokes. And I was just thinking to myself, so is it that this driver didn't even realize that, if not for anything, yeah? The fact that this is a young man like you. Okay, fine, driver is older. But this is a young man. And then he's physically challenged. I just felt like he came close to even ask. Say, please help me. I actually do not have money to get to where I'm going to. It was just 100 naira. And the way the man told him to get out, he's just coming out. He does not even like, yeah. I mean, these are the same people that how do they say it in Nigeria? That we blow empty and be going. They will not carry anybody. Empathy. Being your brother's keeper. Because in a split second, in that situation, what I was just calculating is, I don't know how long this young man has had to stand there and how many people he has begged to give him a ride and they refused. So I don't know how long he's going to stand there for before maybe he will now decide to drag himself and start trekking down to wherever it is he was supposed to get to. So usually this issue of being your brother's keeper, it doesn't have to be an extreme case. No, it doesn't have to be. It could just be the slightest things, basic things. Like situations where people just need help. And you can see that this person needs help. It could be help lifting something off the ground. It could be help shifting something so that another vehicle would not crush it or something. But because they did not ask, you don't do it. You know, Siam. You tell me. And sometimes people go, it's none of my business. Like, please, all man for himself. It's not mine. So why should I be bothered? Being your brother's keeper. All right, we'll go on a commercial break. When I come back, I'll be reading your messages. Do stay tuned. Discover yeah, I already told you I'll read your messages. But before I do that, I just want to highlight this other aspect because I really didn't get a lot of people talking about it. The part where I asked if it's possible to be nice without empathy. And so the thing is, empathy, or to feel empathy, is simply to feel what another person is feeling. More like to put yourself in their shoes. All right? But, being nice, which could also translate to being compassionate, being kind, being good, is to just be nice. Whether you feel the same way or whether you understand what the person is going through or not. So yeah, I feel it's possible to be nice without empathy. So you can just find that, okay, in this situation, I can just be a good person. I don't have to feel what you're feeling. But you need this, I just do it. But there are people that until I feel something. But perhaps the next question will now be, is it good I don't think whether it is good or not. Are you helping people? That is what's most important. What is of utmost importance, I believe. All right. Naturally, Nigerian citizens are nice and are willing to render a helping hand. But due to the system we observe in Nigeria, no one is willing to be his brother's keeper. Imagine taking someone to the hospital. You will be the suspect. The worst is our Nigerian police, where you will be arrested for reporting an issue. Ezekiel Isaiah, that's your message. And then some other person who has no name says, because many a times the complainant or the helper becomes the accused. Greetings, my dear sister. It is very difficult being your brother's keeper in certain situations. When you try, you end up being victimized. Over 6 months now, I have been giving out free water to the large number of persons living in an uncompleted building. Some are now saying I'm forming big boy, saying all kind of talks that irritate me. My dear, this brother keeper of a thing should be overlooked because we live in a wicked world. People don't value goodness. Oh, please, come on. Anonymous says tribalism, entitlement mentality, religion, and envy prevents many Nigerians from being humane. Some genuinely believe that if, for instance, you don't attend their religious sect or you're not of their tribe, you don't deserve to be blessed. So they envy you for having what they don't and rejoice in any news of misfortune they hear about you, whether the news is true or false. They're mostly the ones who say, you never know what someone is secretly going through when bad news comes out about his celebrity. So if a celebrity isn't going through something hard in their personal life, does it mean that celeb deserves to be trolled or bullied? Interesting. When we say, okay, I'm seeing this message here now. We're going to continue this conversation after the program at 1:30. I'll just read your messages afterwards. But here, this one says, Hi, Constance. Someone once defined empathy as your pain in my heart. That means you put yourself in that person's shoes and ask yourself, how will I want to be treated if I'm in this situation? Sammy from Akwaka. All right, people. We have the news. That's trending stories. And of course, after trending stories, we have a health awareness program talking about diabetes for about 30 minutes. All right, stick around.